Welcome to Inside the Athletic Club, where my co founder Eric Woerner and I'm Fran Harris, talk about business, life, family, and what it takes to grow a multi billion-dollar startup. Have a listen. Goals. Goals. Are you a goal setter or a goal getter? What's your approach to goals?
Oh, I have a lot of goals. Goals are absolutely 100%, 1000% necessary, right? If you don't have a goal, you don't have purpose in your life, you know? And so, it's funny you say that. I have notebooks of my wife and I from when we, at the very beginning, we would write down 4 or 5 personal goals. And these could be like fitness goals. These could
Yep.
be, I want this car. I want to accomplish, anything that's personal. And then we would have 2 or 3 financial goals together, right? And then beyond that, we would have any type of goal that's just kind of outlandish or whatnot. And we would actually sit down and review them together. So that way I could support her in her goals. She could support me in my goals. And then financially, we knew what we were wanting to do. So that way, as we were making financial decisions through the year, there was no surprises, right? One of the
Hmm.
other episodes we talked about managing the expectations, right?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I want to go get a new truck. And she's like, that's not the
Right.
goal, right? That's not it. That you didn't write that down. And I was like, dang it, next year I'm gonna write that down. But no, as I've gotten older, what I've learned is that I have more big picture goals, and the big picture goals align with my purpose and my why. And so I'm a little less task oriented where I write down like little specific tasks that I want to get done. Sometimes I need that to organize my day, but long term, I really find myself aligning my goals in time blocks. So
Mhm.
today I want to focus on straight up the
Yeah.
athletic club.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I want to focus on, what is the growth of the athletic club? Where do we need to expand? Where do we need to grow? Thinking 6 to 10 months ahead. And so those time blocks and how I measure where we're going and my purpose and my why really start to outline my goals kind of long term. So that's my how
Yeah.
I internally
That's your approach.
process and my family does it. So what about you? How do you do it?
I do it in blocks of like emotional, spiritual, physical, financial, businessal, more, like business finance, that kind of stuff. So I
Hmm.
typically like when I find out that those used to be flipped. So I would be like business financial. That was when I was younger. That was like I want to hit this mark, I want to hit this mark, I want to be doing this. And now that I'm older, it's like I need to make sure I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I need to make sure my this is it. Like literally, that is the first thing I think about when I start thinking of putting my goals together throughout the year. It's like, okay, make sure my numbers are good, physically feeling good. We take it on top of that because without that, nothing happens. And that's something we took for granted. Clearly, if that wasn't first before, it was like, oh, because I'm young, I'm healthy. So
Hmm.
that's a given. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be whatever. And so I can focus on this other stuff. But now it's spiritual, physical, emotional, that kind of stuff. And then now I've also realized that when my father passed away, family like moved into second place, maybe in first place sometimes because there's so many things that we're taking care of together. Now that's a whole nother team that I'm on, like a
Hmm.
different level of a team. Like we've always been a team, but now we're seeing each other more, we're talking to each other more, all of that's happening. So I got to do some different things. My siblings and I are in therapy. We call them team building sessions because some of my siblings don't like to hear the word therapy.
Hmm.
I don't want them to use the word therapy. So I go team building for that group.
Yeah.
I go, see, we're having team building session
Yeah.
today. So
Yeah.
and then my business and financial legacy, I find that I'm talking more about that. And I think of where I want to be in each of those. Okay, here's where I want to be physically. Okay, we're good. We're pretty good on that. Here's where I want to feel like I am with my spiritual discipline and those kinds of things. Okay, we're good on that. And then here's the business stuff, which is interesting because that's the most uncertain. Like it's certain but uncertain. Just like
Yeah.
when we said 3 years ago, we had a track, we had goals, we had this is what's going to happen, and none of that happened the way we thought
Yeah.
it was going to happen,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So it's knowing what those goals are, knowing what those desired outcomes are, but being, for me, flexible, fluid, open, understanding that different things are going to show up in your life at given times, and ultimately you'll get to that destination. It may not just be the road that you thought you were going to go to get there. If you enjoyed this episode of Inside the Athletic Club, be sure to like, share, and comment, and don't forget to turn on notifications so that you don't miss future episodes. Until next time, love, serve, do better. We'll see you.